Bonjour, my royal friends. This is Princess Diane von Brainers-Fried with more tips for your royally happy life. Today, I'd like to talk to you about becoming solutions oriented. So many times we face challenges during the day, we face problems during the day, and we see them as these big resonating gargantuan monsters that we have to overcome, climb, get over, and all we do is focus on the bigness or the largeness of this problem. And I'd like to say, if you switch your focus, I'm big on focus, and instead of looking at a problem, but just be in a zone of solutions orientation, then life gets a lot easier. You're not constantly swimming against the current, you're swimming more with the current. So let me give you an example. This is one that I faced a while ago when I was going through chemotherapy. And my first I was going to Sloan Kettering for my chemo, and it was scary to go to these sessions where you'd sit there in the IV chair and the drip and the whole thing. You're worried about it. Are you going to be nauseous this time? What's going to happen? And so I would see on my calendar that I had my chemotherapy session coming up, and I would just get scared. So what's the solution to that? I mean, it's chemotherapy, there's fear. What are you going to do? But I put myself in a solutions oriented mindset, which I was doing the whole time while I was going through my cure, my treatment for cancer. And what were the solutions? So for example, the solution for my fear for chemotherapy, instead of on my calendar putting having a chemotherapy session, I put spa day. Now let me tell you something. Looking on your calendar and looking up spa day is a lot more better for your soul than looking at it as chemotherapy. Now, that the problem is every time I go for a spa day, I get the heebie-jeebies. Just kidding. So anyway, an example of going through life being solutions oriented. But there's so many other ways. If you're having problems with your boss and there's some sort of miscommunication, instead of focusing on that, focus on what could be a solution. If your kids, perhaps if you have kids, are giving you some problems because they're constantly raiding the pantry, well, instead of looking at that as a problem, think of solutions. Maybe there's something that is delicious and wonderful that might be healthy for them, and then a treat at the end of the day. Who knows? You can figure it out. But the bottom line is, don't focus on the problems. Go through life focusing on the solutions. That's my positivity tip for the day. If you'd like more, you can sign up for my blog at princessdianevonbrainersfried.com, where you'll see lots of other tips and you won't miss them as they come out. Ta-ta for now.